While others steal from bank vaults, they were going to steal $1 billion in cash from a heavily guarded military base. Their plan was simple. First, prepare a pile of counterfeit bills, load them into a car, then drive the car openly into the base and swap them for the real bills inside. Since a few people had signed up for the base's egg shooting competition, as long as they passed the soldiers' inspection at the gate, they could get in smoothly. Facing the soldiers' inspection, they weren't nervous at all. They even opened the trunk on their own initiative. In the end, the soldiers only found some competition props in the car because the counterfeit bills and weapons had already been hidden inside the seat cushions beforehand. After entering the base, they used the chaos of the competition to quietly slip away to outside the wall behind the hill. They took out pliers and broke open the iron gate on the wall. Inside was a long, narrow, and dark passage. Get through it, and they could reach the interior of the base. But at the end of the passage, there was another iron gate. One of the soldiers on the base was their partner. He slipped a key through the gap in the door, and after opening the gate, they passed through the wall with ease. Their partner also drove their car over, with a US military logo stuck on it. Driving it, they could move freely throughout the entire base without arousing anyone's suspicion. They soon arrived outside the warehouse. When no one was paying attention, they removed the iron grate from the ventilation duct, grabbed the tons of counterfeit bills, and crawled inside. The warehouse was very large, but with their partner's guidance, it didn't take long to find where the money was hidden. Looking at more cash than they could spend in a lifetime, they were extremely excited.
Holy shit.
But moving tons of cash out of a military base was simply impossible, so they could only steal the middle portion of the bills and fill the space with the counterfeit bills they had prepared beforehand. To make sure everything was foolproof, they also peeled the barcodes off the real bills one by one and stuck them onto the fake ones. But while they were loading the money, their lookout outside suddenly spotted several soldiers bringing supplies to the warehouse. After getting the alert, they immediately stopped what they were doing, racked their guns, and took cover in the corners, ready to open fire at any moment. Fortunately, the warehouse where the supplies were being stored was far enough away from them, so the two soldiers didn't notice anything unusual. After the soldiers left, they continued their work, stacking the mixed real and fake bills back to look like the original, putting the plastic wrap back on, and using a lighter to heat the wrap so it clung tightly to the bills with no trace of tampering. However, they didn't plan to carry the stolen $20 million directly out of the warehouse.